Hi there. So obviously based on the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about how I, an average student, got into UCLA. Average student, academics wise, you know? Oh, peep koya. Cutie. So first I'm going to be talking about testing scores, my least favorite. Might as well get that over with. Oh yeah, and I wrote it on a letter. So, okay, first of all, okay, so my first SAT score was 10, 60. After seeing how low it was, I retook it in hopes of getting a higher score. I did get a higher score, just not as high as I hoped. My final score was at 1150. Yeah, I know, surprising. I don't know exactly how much I got in English and math, but I know that I did better in English than math for the highest one, but then for my first time taking it, it was higher in math than in English. So that's that. I hope that, inspires you, because I was seeing all these people like get high scores and, applying to all these amazing schools, and me with my 1150, hoping to apply to my dream school, which was UCLA. So yeah. And then for ACT score, I know the average at UCLA is like around 32, I think. Yeah, mine is a 22, so yep. For English, I got a 23, and then a 23 for math, a 19 for reading, a 24 for science, an 8 for writing. I don't know if that's good or not. I think it's out of 12, so yeah. A 22 for ELA, and then a 24 for STEM. It's funny because I didn't meet the standards for STEM, and I'm going into a STEM major, so that's fun. Yeah. And now for grades, I should have done grade first. Oh, it's okay. For grades, up until my senior year, I've had straight A's. Personally, it wasn't that bad. Well, that varies between schools. For my school, I feel like it's not too difficult as long as you focus on your studies, dedicate some time to study. I didn't study though. Or just know you can understand the concept and are able to ask for help. Then I feel like you should be doing good. I had last semester, I had a B for AP Gov, and then now this semester I have 3 Bs. They're for AP Lit, APES, and then Pre-Cal. They're not my strongest subjects, clearly. As far as AP testing goes, I've only taken one AP test, and I took it sophomore year. I got a 2. Yeah. Another thing that I was seeing in other people's videos was all the APs that they've taken over their high school career, and how they've gotten 4s and 5s, and it's really cool. But then I reflected at myself, and then I realized, or I thought about do I even deserve to go there? But you do deserve to go to UCLA. You deserve to go to UCLA. Yeah. So I will be taking the AP test for AP Lit, APES, and AP Gov soon. Oh my god, it's so soon! I haven't even thought about the time, because COVID is warping my perception of how much time goes by and what day it is. I'm scared. Okay, that's not the point of this video. Yeah, what else are we gonna talk about? Oh yeah, PIQs. For PIQs, I feel like at first, okay, when I was first getting into the application, I thought about choosing the questions that would appeal most to them. So the people, reading your PIQs, or personal insight questions. And my English teacher suggested against that. She said, talk about what you want to talk about and what you can talk about. Because at first I was going to do leadership and, things that they're pretty used to hearing, But then I realized how my personal experiences can work in my favor. So my first PIQ was it was a creative side one. For that, I personally think you should make your answers as personal as possible, so they can have a better look into what kind of person you are. I talked about how, you know, I'm very passionate about art. I like drawing a lot, and you know, we got personal. I talked about how it helps me with my mental health. You know, it's kind of like a form of therapy. I can, you know, organize myself when I draw. You know, the second one I wrote about was like the challenge one, like the personal challenges. For that one, okay, for that one, I focus on the fact that, you know, POC face a lot of racial discrimination. Um, and I just talked about what happened to me personally and how it affected me, you know, for some time up until I was able to, you know, reflect on what happened and grow as a person thanks to my resilience and, you know, trying to push through and just forget, like, you know, the bad things in life. Not forget, but like just acknowledge them and see the positivity in every situation and try to grow from it. The last one was like your favorite subject. For that one, that was probably my favorite one. I talked about how my favorite class is ethnic studies, and I talked about how in that class we raise awareness in so many social justice issues, and how especially during these times I feel like we should be talking about them more and sharing our experiences as people of color to other people, you know, just as a way for all of us to reflect and grow as decent people, I guess, you know? So yeah, that's that. I feel like I'm missing something. Extracurriculars. My extracurriculars, it's not a long list at all. For my freshman year, I wasn't involved at all with my school. Like, at all. I wouldn't do anything after school other than my after school program, which was kind of mandatory, so I had to go. Sophomore year, I don't think I did anything that year either. Junior year, I know for a fact I didn't do anything in terms of extracurriculars. I started doing extracurriculars my senior year because, you know, I started to realize that college applications were right around the corner and I wanted to have something to write on my application. So, let me think about what I did. I did JSA for like a few months, probably like 2, maybe. And then I stopped going because I had to do other things after school. The mandatory after school program thing. Wednesdays, I was part of this art internship thing. It was basically like people who lived in South Central, and it was like teenagers. We all got together and we discussed social justice issues, and then we made art based on what we discussed. And then on Fridays, I was like a co-founder of this like K-pop club. Korea, of course. Oh, that was my favorite club. Oh, I miss it so much. I can't believe that was my last time. Thanks, COVID. The K-pop club. I could have sworn I had something to do on Monday. I was always so busy. It's okay, it'll come to me. Wait, or maybe I'm just imagining it. Oh, okay, who knows? But yeah, that's basically it in terms of extracurriculars. It's not a long list. I've seen all these people who like have so many of these achievements. I already said this, but you know, just to reiterate, like even after my acceptance, I kept watching those like how I got into UCLA videos. You know, just to see how people like the variety that the, you know, our accepted class looks like. I don't think that sentence makes sense, but you understand. Yeah, and then I saw these people with like perfect grades and like perfect SAT scores or near perfect with their, you know, 1500 plus, and their high ACT scores and how many APs they taken and like the long lists, and you know, their passing grades and all that stuff. And then it just made me think on how like how I got accepted, and I started, you know, to feel like, you know, the imposter syndrome, where like, yeah, just look that up. It's self-explanatory if you already know. But yeah, and then, you know, I talked to my friends about it, and you know, they're very supportive. I love you guys. And they're like, they basically told me the same thing. Like, we all deserve to go where we were accepted, you know? Like, my friend, he got into UC Berkeley. Usually it's better. JK, I love you. And then my other friend is going to UC Davis. They're all leaving me to go to the north. Sad. But yeah, long story short, I hope my stats give you hope, and you know, you apply to UCLA and just be honest with who you are. They like honesty. And yeah, that's it. Koi and I say bye.